Good to see the recording has been started without taking too much of time. Jai Jivani is in the second round of Garba now. Okay, let me share my screen with all of you. Okay, till now what we have done is we have gone through with the functions of FV. So what is the syntax that we use for the FV that we have gone through? We have also gone through the function of PV, that is the present value. We have also gone through the function of PMT, that stands for the installment amount. Now PMT can be found when you have the future value, and PMT can be found when you have the present value as well. If you try to understand this question, I think we have solved this last time around as well, but still, if some of the students are having doubts, let me clarify that further. Mr. Jethalal wants 1 crore rupees after 10 years to buy a Mercedes car. He is expecting 15% of return compounded monthly. What amount he will have to invest in SIP at the beginning of each month to get 1 crores? So here in this case, my fellas, you have the future value. My Brahmastra has changed the color. I don't know why, without even asking me. Let me change the color of my Brahmastra because I love red. Yes, Brahmastra is Agyakari. So here in this case, we have the future value. Why we have the future value, my dear students? Because after 10 years, we require 1 crore. So that means we have the future value. And from this future value, we are finding the PMT. PMT will come into the picture, as I have already stated to all my dear students. It will only come into the picture when there would be annuity. If there is no annuity, there is no PMT. PMT stands for the installment amount. As simple as that. So installment amount might be a cash outflow, it might be cash inflow. Here in this case, it is a cash outflow for you, and future value is given to you. Let's take the example of the present value. Say you have taken the loan of 1 crores. This is the loan amount which you have taken in the present value. And you want to find that, sir, if 12% is the interest on the loan which I have taken, then what will be the installment amount? So let's take this Kinda example now. Here in this case, Mr. Jethalal wanted 1 crore of rupees after 10 years. So that was the future value given to us. Say we are taking the loan right now. Let's take the same example. Mr. Everyone would be writing this example along with me in their laptop or in the notebook, whatever is visible to you. Mr. Kabir Singh wants to buy a medical equipment. For that, he require the loan of, say, 50 lakhs. Interest would be 13%, and the loan amount will be paid in the installments over a monthly basis for next 5 years. Now you tell me whether we have the present value or the future value. The loan amount which you take, do you take it in the present or you take it in the future? Can someone tell me by unmuting him or herself? Yes, my question is to all the students. I think some of the students might not have got it. My question is very simple. The amount of loan which you have taken right now, whether you have taken it in present or in the future. Obviously in the present, right? So this is the present value. So this is the present value given to you. And 1 crore of rupees which you are taking, or in this case 50 lakhs rupees, which you are taking in the present, 13 percentage is the interest rate per annum which you are supposed to pay on this. And over next 5 years, you're supposed to pay the monthly installments. Okay, so let's find the PMT now. Here in this case, future value is not given, present value is given. So PMT would be equal to, start with the formula of PMT. I think many of the students might not be able to see this. Let me magnify it further so that you will be able to get it. So equal to PMT in bracket. Now in PMT bracket, you have first thing, that is the rate. Can someone tell me what will be the rate, guys? Let's make this session very interactive, and those who are not doing any interaction, they may leave the class. It's fine. But if you are here, then
13%.
yes, please.
13%.
13 percentage. Are you all agreeing to this 13 percentage or something else? The installment is going to be paid on monthly basis, yes or no?
1.08.
Very true. So 13 percentage needs to be divided by 12. Now here in the syntax itself, you can put some arithmetic calculations. So that's the beauty of Excel. Comma. And once you press the comma, you are into the second parameter, and second parameter is number of periods. Who will tell me what will be the number of periods in this case?
60.
Very true. So again, a basic arithmetic calculation, even I can put over here 5 multiplied by 12, comma. Then you have the PV. Whether you have the PV or FV in this case, you have PV has been stratified, has been stated. So what is the PV amount you have? 50 lakhs rupees. Let me write the 50 lakhs rupees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, comma. And in future value, you do not have any information. Here you are taking 0. So where you will not
Sir,
be, you will be hearing the information of the PV or of FV. Yes, please.
excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
हाँ सर अभी स्क्रीन विजिबल है बिफोर स्क्रीन वाज नॉट विजिबल एट ऑल
Now it is visible. Okay.
नो प्रॉब्लम सर नाउ इट्स विजिबल यस सर
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. So if you're facing any such technical issues, just let me know at the same time. It's fine by interrupting me. And in my class, you have the freedom to
कैन यू
interrupt
रिपीट
me.
दिस प्रोसेस सर
Okay, very
कैन यू
true.
रिपीट दिस प्रोसेस अगेन सर
Yes, absolutely. No. Either there would be repeat or again. Equal to, starting with PMT, opening the bracket. Now, first thing we are supposed to write over here is the rate. Rate of interest would be 13 percentage to be divided by 12, because this amount is to be paid on, where is my Brahmastra? I have put it somewhere. Yes, I've got it. Because this one is monthly basis, so that's why it must be divided by 12, comma. Then you have number of periods, the second argument. The number of periods would be 5 years multiplied by 12, comma. Then the amount of loan which you have taken right now, that is the present value. So I'm writing the amount 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 50 lakhs rupees is the present value of loan which you have taken, pressing the comma. The next indicator is the future value. In this case, my dear fellas and fellies, you do not have any information about the future value. So you are supposed to put 0, comma, type of annuity. Now, whether this amount of installment on the loan which you have taken, are you supposed to pay it on at the beginning of the month or at the end of the month? So if no information is given to you, you assume it is ordinary. And in case of an ordinary, we put 0 at the end of the period. closing the bracket, pressing the enter, and you have the PMT coming at 1,13,765. So let me put minus before this 50 lakhs. Let me do some jugaad with this Excel so that we have the answer in positive. Pressing enter. So it is coming at 1,13,765.37. So if Mr. Kabir Singh wants to take the loan of 50 lakhs rupees to buy his medical equipment, and interest rate is say 13% per annum, then monthly amount of installment will be coming at 113,765, and that amount will be paid over 60 years at the end of the each period. Very clear? So in first case, we had applied the future value PMT. In this case, we have applied the present value PMT. Give me the confirmation so I can move ahead, guys. If anyone wants to see this syntax again, you can check it. If it is done, then let me know. Is it done, guys? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you very much. Press enter. Now let me go to another concept. And in that concept, you are supposed to find the rate of return requirement. Say, one of the persons of your class comes to me and that, sir, I want to invest 5,000 rupees for next 15 years. In every month, I want to invest 5,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees. So it is monthly investment, that is of 5,000. And that fellow wants to do this investment for next 15 years. Now he wants 30 lakhs rupees after 15 years. So he wants to know that what will be the amount, what will be the rate of expectations of return from this particular investment. He has a specific set of a goal, and that goal is 30 lakhs rupees he wants to receive after 15 years. Got it. He has the limitation to spend the amount as well. He said that I cannot spend anything more than 5,000 rupees on monthly basis. So that is a clear cut, straight away requirement given to you. So PMT is given to you. FB is given to you. Number of periods are given to you. So what he wants to know over here is that what shall be his expectations of rate of return to get this 30 lakhs. And then after finding the expectations of the rate of return, as a financial advisor, you will be suggesting him or her the appropriate investment avenue. Because if his expectations of return is coming too much, then you will straight away tell him to invest in the equity. Because if 20 to 25% of the expectations is coming, then no other investment than equity can satisfy this requirement. Okay, in that as well, there can be some large cap equity stocks, some mid cap stocks, and some small cap stocks. Now, these large cap stocks are very much stable in nature. Blue chip companies are included over here. So here as well, you get a good stability, but return expectations, you should not have too much from the large cap as you have for mid cap and small cap. So based on the rate of return requirement, you would be suggesting the type of stocks in which he or she should invest, right? There can be mutual fund. Again, mutual fund can be classified into various other categories. There can be some safe instruments as well, fixed income instruments like bond. There can be some commodity investment as well, like gold or silver or something else, precious metals. So according to the rate of return of expectations which your client is having, you will be giving him or her the advice that where he or should invest. So in this case, we want to find the rate of return. Now try to understand the formula to find the rate of return is very simple. Starts with rate, R-A-T-E. Let me zoom it further so that you are able to get it. Everyone would be doing it along with me. Equal to R-A-T-E. Opening the bracket. The first argument you have is the number of periods. So how many number of periods would be there? 180. So I'm selecting 180. Now it's not required to put a direct amount over there in the formula. Try to understand. You can link that with particular sales. So in this case, I have linked that with B3, that is the B3 sale, comma. PMT would be 5,000. I'm selecting the 5,000 because that is the second parameter, comma. Yeah, then you have the PV. PV, you do not have any amount. He has not stated you that what shall be his present value. So I'm putting 0 as a PV, comma. Then FV, you have the details. So I need to put minus so that we will be able to get the answer in positive. So 30 lakhs I'm selecting before that, comma. Type of investment, whether this fellow is going to make the investment at the beginning or at the end. So if no information is given to you, assume that at the end. So putting 0. 0 is for end, 1 is for beginning, comma. Guess. Guess any rate. 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, whatever the rate you want to guess, because Excel is going to apply some interpolation by guessing some rates here. And even if you will not putting this rate, then also it will be able to give you the answer. So why to disobey the Excel? Excel इतना हेल्प करता है तो थोड़ी सी मदद हम भी उसको कर देते हैं. कोई बात नहीं बेटा, तुमने मेरे को पूछा है तो दे देता हूं, ठीक है. 12% गेस करते हैं. Closing the bracket, pressing enter. So you get 1.16 percentage, but try to understand this rate you have got is on per month basis, because the amount of installments which you are investing 5,000 rupees is on monthly basis. So if you want to convert it into a per month basis, then you will have to multiply that by 12 after you get the rate, right? So if equal to 1.16 multiplied by 12, so I get the rate of return at 13.90 percentage. Everyone do it. And one more exercise which I'm giving to you. You are going to do this and let me know what is the rate of return you are getting from that. Okay, everyone solve this question and let me know. Now here in this case is going to invest for 20 years on quarterly basis, and 20,000 rupees would be the amount per quarter that he or she is going to invest, and his requirement is 50 lakhs rupees after 20 years. So after 20 years, he has clearly stated that he wants 50 lakhs rupees. So what shall be the rate of return expectations of him from this annuity? Find it out and let me know. If you want to see the syntax again, this is how it will be looking like. Is it done? Let me know the answer, everyone. Quickly.
सर ये माइनस क्यों लिया माइनस B5?
गुड. माइनस इसलिए लिया, अगर माइनस नहीं लेते तो क्या होता बताओ, यहाँ पे एरर आ जाता. माइनस हमने इसलिए लिया क्योंकि यहाँ पे भी तुम देखते हो ना फ्यूचर वैल्यू. फ्यूचर वैल्यू में एक ब्रैकेट है, देखो ब्रैकेट. तो ब्रैकेट का मतलब होता है, इफ यू सी दिस सिंटेक्स नो, सी फ्यूचर वैल्यू इज इन ब्रैकेट. सो ब्रैकेट का मतलब होता है माइनस, एज पर द एक्सेल. आर यू गेटिंग इट?
Yes, sir.
गुड. What is the rate you are getting? I haven't got the answer yet from the students. So much of time.
2.51%.
Okay, 2.51%. Let me verify that. So I am putting rate, opening the bracket. Number of periods would be 20 multiplied by 4, because in 1 year there are 4 quarters, comma, PMT would be 20,000, comma, PV I do not have, let me put 0 over there. FV I would be having 50 lakhs rupees, comma, then nothing is given, so I am assuming that we are making the investment at the end of the period, 0, and comma, let me guess some rate, 11%, closing the bracket. So you get 3%, and if I give you the exact answer, it comes at 2.513%. So if you multiply that with, okay, can someone tell me, you will have to multiply that with what? Who will tell me?
4, sir.
Very true. So equal to this percentage multiplied by 4, because this is the quarterly rate you have got. And if you multiply that, your expectations is coming out at, let me convert this into a percentage, and let me increase the decimals a bit, so you get 10.05%. Very simple. So here in this case, this fellow do not have too much of expectations as far as the rate of return is concerned. His expectations is very modest. So this 10 or 11% of the rate is given by some of the fixed income mutual funds as well. If you see some of the fixed income mutual funds, they have given you the CAGR of around 10% in last few years. So if the client is having a specific demand to get 50 lakhs rupees after this many years, you may tell him that you should not take too much of a risk in terms of an instruments investment, because your expectations is modest, and even in the fixed income security it can be got. Okay, let me move to a next one. Okay, let me zoom it up further. Is everyone able to see that?
Yes, sir.
Good. So Miss Bebo has invested 15 lakhs rupees in a variable rate option of FD. Now there are various fixed deposits which gives you an option to get the variable rate of return. Now variable rate of return would be varied based on certain parameters, based on certain benchmarks. Those benchmarks might be a repo rate, some other kind of a rates as well. Now there are certain options given by the banks which gives you a variable rate of interest. So say if she expects in year number 1 9% of the return, in year number 2 9.5, then in year number 3 10, year number 4 10.5, year number 5 11%. Now you cannot use the direct FV formula over here. Why you cannot use the FV formula, my dear friends? Because for FV formula, your rate of return expectations must be standardized. It must be the same. It must not change. If it is changing, then you are stuck. But if you are stuck, Excel has the answers for everything, my dear fellas, bachas and bachis. So when the rate of return expectations from the investments is getting changed over a period of time, use the function called FV schedule. FV schedule. Sir, you are not pronouncing it well. तो भैया मैं कम्युनिकेशन का बंदा नहीं हूं, ठीक है. FV schedule मेरे को तकलीफ कितनी हो रही है वो देखो प्रोनाउंस करने में. अब नहीं प्रोनाउंस करना है. Okay, so I am removing it over here. Sir, how to apply this FV schedule? Yes, now I have done it well, I guess. Good, growing. So FV schedule, opening the bracket. You have the one principal amount. Who will tell me what is the principal amount in this case? You have 15 lakhs rupees. So selecting the sale where 15 lakhs rupees is mentioned. Comma. Then what is your schedule? The schedule needs to be selected. The entire range of rate of interest which is given to you needs to be selected entirely. So I'm selecting it from 9% to 11%. Everyone, check this formula again. Go through the syntax again. Try to note down the use of it. Where FV schedule shall be used instead of FV, you should be clear about that too. So there can be a question in the examination that where you will FV schedule instead of FV. You should be aware about the answer. Closing the bracket, pressing enter. So you get the FV of 24,15,515. As simple as that. Sir, it is simpler than the FV as well. True. But here, what you should note down is that rate of return is getting changed. Over a period of time. For every year, it is being changed. Are you getting it? Any doubt in this? Will you be able to do some task if I give you on this? Okay. Let's solve this task. Okay, so Miss Rashi of Cooker Limited wants to invest 20 lakhs in one investment. You are going to solve this in your Excel, guys. And her expectations of the rate of return for over 5 years would be, in year number 1, she is going to expect 8%. Then it would be 9, then 10, then 11, then 12. And the compounding will be quarterly. If you can, then just solve this out. This is my question. So Miss Rashi of Cooker Limited wants to invest 20 lakhs rupees in one slot. Just now, her expectations of the rate of return over 5 years is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Compounding will be quarterly. Try to understand. So how the FV schedule you are going to prepare? Who will tell me? I hope you have understood my question well. All of you. Bhavya, are you getting it? Creamy? Jai, Dhruvi?
Yes, sir.
Where are the other students? Creamy? Not there. Sagar, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So where these people have gone? Creamy or Bhavya or someone? They're not reply. If you are not responding to me, no, that means you are not being attentive in the class. So I may not give you the attendance if you are not responding to me. सर आप तो धमका रहे हो, तो क्या करे बेटा, प्यार मोहब्बत से बहुत बातें हो गई, लेकिन बच्चे फिर भी रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करते, मेरे को क्या करना पड़ेगा, फिर धमकाना पड़ेगा. Miss Rashi of Cooker Limited wants to invest 20 lakhs rupees in one investment slot. Our expectations of the rate of return is going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 over 5 years. But compounding will be taken on quarterly basis. So you will have to prepare the quarterly schedule. Try to understand. So schedule must start on quarterly basis. So let me copy this schedule so that we won't have to prepare it again and again. Period would be how many? Who will tell me? 5 multiplied by 4. Because in 1 year you have 4 quarters, so it would come at 20. So here period would be 20. और हम बुद्धू नहीं है कि 20 को टाइप करते जाए, नहीं, हम तो स्मार्ट है भैया, फाइनेंशियल मैथमेटिक्स, और वो भी एक्सेल वाले है. तो हम करेंगे, एक को सिलेक्ट कर लेंगे, प्लस का साइन यूज करेंगे और एक ऐड कर देंगे. अब एंटर करेंगे तो क्या हो गया, 2 हो गया. अब जो 2 हो गया ना, उसको कॉपी करेंगे और नीचे 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 सिलेक्ट करके वहां पे पेस्ट करेंगे, कंट्रोल वी. 16 तक हो गया. अब हम जा रहे हैं और 4 तक, 20 तक हो गया. लेट मी रिमूव दिस. So up to 20 periods you are going to write this. Now interest in your number in 4 periods would be 8 divided by 4. So I'm writing equal to 8% divided by 4. So 2% for each quarter, right? So first 4 quarter would be 2%. Then in second year you have 9%. So here in 5th year I am writing equal to 9% divided by 4. So that comes at 2.25%. So I'm copying it for next 4 quarters up to 8 quarters, right? Try to understand the schedule is always prepared on periodic basis. So whatever the period of compounding which you have taken, accordingly you will have to prepare the schedule. If it is monthly, you will have to prepare for each month by dividing the rate of return. Okay, then in your number 3, she has expectations of 10%, so equal to 10% divided by 4, and that would remain up to 12th period. Then you have 10%, no, 10% is done, 11% divided by 4, so that would come at 2.75 the next 4 years. And the last one would be 12% divided by 4, so that comes at 3, and 3 would remain for next 4 quarters. Let me plug in my charging and let me know. I have given you 80% of the task. Now 20% is remaining, which you are supposed to do. Let me know the answer by applying the pivot schedule function. पीछे वाले कुछ रेट है उसका मेकअप नहीं हुआ है, तो थोड़ा सा सजा दजा देते हैं. मेकअप हो गया. What is the answer coming? Let me know, all of you. Viraj, Dhananjay.
Yes, sir.
What is the answer? Let me know. So equal to F week schedule, opening the bracket, principal amount is how much? What amount Miss Rashi wants to invest? Be interactive, all of you.
20 lakhs.
Right. So I'm writing 20 lakhs over there, comma. You can write 20 lakhs or you can link any cell of the Excel where 20 lakhs is written. And then you are just supposed to select the entire schedule, as simple as that, for every 20 years, 20 periods, sorry. Closing the bracket, pressing enter. Now this one is coming in percentage. Let me convert it into number. So that comes at 32,76,842. So Miss Rasi will be having, after this 5 years, in her account 32 lakhs, around 37,000. Sorry, 77,000. Is it clear, all of you? Shall I move ahead? This is how the syntax would be looking like. Check it out. Be attentive during the class. Give me the answers. If you'll be compiling a bit, good. So if you'll be compiling over a period of time, then हम वो बाहुबली नहीं है कि शिवलिंग को माथे के ऊपर उठा के लेके जाएंगे. हम तो नीचे दब जाएंगे बेटा. तो बाहुबली की तरह फिर पूरे फाइनेंस को सर पे चढ़ाओगे कि बाद में कर लेंगे, बाद में कर लेंगे, तो फिर उठेगा नहीं वो शिवलिंग, गिर जाओगे.
Sir, can you please repeat that? How you got the percentage?
How you got the percentage? Okay. Beta, in year number 1, her expectations is 8% on per annum basis. Now here in this case, the compounding is taking place on quarterly basis, not on yearly basis. So that's why we'll have to write all the quarters as the periods, starting from 1 to 20. Why 20? Because we are going to invest for 5 years. So in year number 1, 8% is divided by 4. Why 4? Because in 1 year you have 4 quarters, so quarterly rate is coming at 2%. So all 4 quarters you are supposed to write 2%. Why we are doing this? Because compounding is quarterly, which is straight away given to you. Instead of quarterly compounding, say if it would be given to you that compounding is done on 6 monthly basis, then what you would have done? Instead of 20, you would have taken 10 periods. Yes or no?
Yes,
Keep
sir.
giving me the confirmation. Good. So I'm writing 10 over there again. Check it out. Right? Then instead of 8%, I would divide it by 2, because in 1 year you have 2 semi years, right? So equal to 8% divided by 2. So that comes at 4%. I'm copying 4% in period number 2 as well. So first 6 months 4%, first 6 months, and second 6 months again 4%. Then you have 9%, so dividing that by 2, so equal to 9% divided by 2. The same will be applicable in the year number 4. Do not worry, the answers are in decimal to a percentage by going to home, and you can press this percentage sign, or you may select the format as a percentage from here too. I hope it is very much clear to all of you. So it is nothing but 0.5% is getting increased in every year. And the same formula you will be applying. If it is monthly, then you will have to draw for 5 months multiplied by 12. So 60 periods you will be making the table. I hope it's clear now.
Yes, sir.
Good. So what we have done today is we have completed the rate. We have also completed the FWIC schedule. but there are few more concepts remaining. इफेक्टिव रेट, नॉमिनल रेट, एनपीवी, एक्स एनपीवी, आईआरआर, एक्स आईआरआर, बहुत सारे फाइनेंस के फंक्शन है बेटा, मैं कैसे कराऊं? चलो कोई बात नहीं, नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में जाते हैं. It's already 12:15 and the enthusiasm level of my students is not good today. That's what I have observed by looking at the responses which they are giving to me. No worries. We will continue that in the next lecture. So that's it from my side. Bye bye. Take care. Do not leave the class. Wait for a second. I need to give you the Google form.